We'll do redevelopment, Artie.
You're on.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to call to order the Glendale Redevelopment Agency meeting of April 14th, 2009. May we have the roll call, please?
Agency members Draymond.
Here.
Quintero.
Here.
Weaver.
Here.
Yusefian.
Here.
Chairman Najarian.
Here. May we have your report?
The agenda for the April 14, 2009 regular meeting of the Glendale Redevelopment Agency was posted on Thursday, April 9th, 2009 on the bulletin board outside City Hall.
Thank you. The next item?
Next item is approval of minutes.
So moved. Second.
With no objections or corrections, the minutes will be approved as submitted. Next item, please.
Next item is oral communications, and I don't think there were any cards submitted.
Do not have any cards. I will close oral communications. The next item, please.
On the business agenda, at 6A is Director of Development Services regarding professional services agreement, and at 6A1 is a motion approving change order for Oliver, Sandifer, and Murphy for additional legal and litigation services related to town center property acquisitions in the amount of $620,000 for a total contract amount of $3,055,000.
Mr. Lanzafame.
I was going to move 6A1 unless people had questions.
Mr. Yusefian.
I would like to second that. I think, once again, I think the staff report in the beginning, it's kind of deceiving. The change order is only for $31,000, correct?
No, the change order is for,
Oh, sorry, it's $620,000?
that's correct.
But that doesn't go to the consultant.
It pays for a whole bunch of consultants that worked on the defense of this one particular case and will work on the defense of the next one we have with Rite Aid.
The Rite Aid.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, I do have a motion and a second. If there's no other comments, we'll take roll, please.
Agency members Draymond.
Yes.
Quintero.
Yes.
Weaver.
Aye.
Yusefian.
Aye.
Chairman Najarian.
Yes. Next item.
Are there any agency member or staff comments?
Comments?
Yes.
Mr. Yusefian.
Mr. Chair, at this time, I would like to also thank you for 1 year that you spent as chair. I mean, it's sometimes people think that it's very easy and you just run a meeting, but it takes a little bit more involved, and you work hand in hand with staff and try to get different items and agenda items brought forward. So I want to thank you for doing that. Appreciate that very much.
Thank you, Mr. Yusefian. Mr. Draymond.
Likewise, Mr. Najarian, I also want to thank you for your chairing the redevelopment agency this term. I think it was an exceptional year in terms of the number of projects and cooperative work, both with the staff and your colleagues and the public. And Mr. Yusefian is correct. It is not easy, and it does require a lot of time outside of these meetings that in consultation, in closed session, other matters the public doesn't necessarily see. And I appreciate the time and energy that you've put into making this a better city under some, by the way, economically very challenging times. So, you know, it is not at all what we all thought we would be working through a year ago when you set sail. Things changed. And but I think you've navigated admirably through some very difficult economic waters. And so thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Thank you. And I would like to thank my colleagues on the agency for pulling together. We had quite an exciting year. We had a lot of projects that looked like they were ready to break ground. Unfortunately, as you alluded to, we did have a slight economic crisis, but we did have some great openings. We had the Americana, we had the Embassy Suites, and I'd like to thank Phil Lanzafame and his staff for working with us and us putting you to the task many different occasions, but for keeping the entire city and in particular the redevelopment districts moving forward toward creating a better fabric of Glendale. Thank you. If there's nothing else, I'll take an adjournment motion.
So moved.
Second.
Agency is adjourned. What do we want to do?
I guess joint redevelopment.
Council.
Council redevelopment. That's the